Hey my loves, today I'm going to show you how to make a cauliflower steak. So for my 21-day plant-based challenge members, this is how you're going to make a cauliflower steak. This would substitute something like fish or chicken. Like this is a whole steak, so something really big to go on your plate to get you used to eating nothing but plants. So stay tuned, please make sure you subscribe and like this video, and we're going to get straight into it. So what I'm showing you right here is how to cut this, I think it's a stalk, the stalk off of the cauliflower. So you want to be careful because we don't want small chunks of cauliflower. We want to make a steak. So we're just cutting the green parts off and keeping the head whole, just like that. Now what we're going to do is grab a sharp knife and you're going to cut this into however many steaks you want and how many steaks your head of cauliflower can actually give you. So just be really careful. I start in the middle and I just make one good slice down the middle, just like that. Now I'm only cooking this for myself, so I'm only going to make one steak. So if you were making 3 or 4 steaks, you probably could do that out of this. So I want to make sure my steak is nice and thick to keep it whole and hearty on my plate. Now make sure you save any of these little pieces of cauliflower because you can make something else with it. I've got my one steak nice and thick and it's just serving me. So I'm going to go and marinate this for just 30 minutes. I just feel like it does a little something extra, but who really knows? So I got it in my glass pan. I'm going to add some soyaki because I'm making a teriyaki cauliflower steak. Okay, you can make this however you like it, with curry, or you can make it with garlic or like Italian. You can get creative with your spices, but this is what I'm doing. So I got some soyaki, I got it from Trader Joe's, and I'm just gonna pour some in the dish and just let it sit for about 30 minutes or so. I'm also gonna add some extra spices and seasonings because you guys know me, I like extra seasoning always, especially on my veggies. And I'm gonna let this just sit around for a little while. So if you like, you could just put this in a Ziploc bag and let this sit longer, but I didn't, and oh well. So I added some garlic powder, a little onion powder, and a little bit of sea salt. You can add any of the spices that you want to create the flavor that you would like to have, okay? So next I'm going to show you my veggies that I'm going to use to go along with this dish. It's all veggies actually. So here's what's next. All right, so I got garlic and ginger, and yeah, that's still marinating right there. Garlic and ginger and mushrooms and peppers and onions and serrano peppers. I'm gonna chop all this up and I'm gonna add it to my dish as a side dish and for some extra flavors to my cauliflower. So after that's all chopped up, these all won't go into the same marinade, and that's still sitting there. I'm going to kind of show you how I make a Asian flavor, which is actually the ginger. And I'm showing you some kale that I'm going to have on the side. So I'm going to add some peppers and onions to my kale as well. So we got mushrooms, ginger, garlic, serrano peppers, green onions, white onions, and some bell peppers. Now on my stove, I got a cast iron skillet. It could be any skillet. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of grapeseed oil, and I'm going to flavor my oil up with the ginger, the peppers, and the green onions first. This is kind of what makes an Asian flavor base. So after about 5 minutes and I got my peppers a little bit softer, I'm going to add my mushrooms in. Again, this is just my recipe. You guys can do this however you like. I'm going to flavor up my mushrooms because everything needs flavor, guys. So I'm going to saute my mushrooms down and I'm going to add my cauliflower steak. And I'm also going to add the marinade in there with it. So you guys, cauliflower needs to get soft. So this will actually stay in this pan for about 15 or 20 minutes to get it nice and soft. You could also bake it if you want, but I got a trick I'm going to show you. So just let this bubble up and steam up and get all the flavors in the pot into the cauliflower, because cauliflower is bland, y'all. So just do this and, we'll turn it over in probably about 7 minutes. All right, so about 7-8 minutes, I'm going to turn this over because we're getting this cauliflower nice and soft. Be careful, you can use your finger. Just go ahead and flip it. And you can see it's getting soft. It is getting soft, but you want to make sure your cauliflower steak is thick. So it will take a little bit longer to cook, but you don't want it falling and crumbling into pieces. So after a few more minutes, I think I put some peppers and things on here just to infuse the flavors. You guys know I want to infuse the flavors, infuse them. So yeah, so this is almost probably about 15 minutes in the pan. So give it a little time. Then I'm going to remove it and I'm going to put it into the air fryer for about another 15 to 20 minutes on broil. Now I like my cauliflower a little bit crunchy, a little bit charred, so I'm going to put this in my air fryer on the broil setting for about 15 minutes, and I'll check it halfway through and make sure I flip it over. Now, if you wanted to just bake your cauliflower, you could bake it, but I gotta be difficult. So about halfway through, you see it's getting nice and brown, a little bit crisp. I like it like that. And I'll flip it over, put it back in, and then we're just about done. And this is it. We are done. It was so delicious. It's like a teriyaki Szechuan type of, cauliflower plate. It was so good. Plenty of veggies, all plant-based, really healthy, tons of flavor. So please make sure you like this video. Let me know if you try it and subscribe to this channel for more recipes. Thanks, guys.